With every passing day, our lives are getting busier than ever before. In these fast-paced times, and for those working from home, maintaining that perfect balance between life and work has become a challenge for most of us. Coming up, I'll be giving you some of my top tips to help you get this balance. What is going on, guys? Richard Rosa with the Personal Development Channel. I hope you're all doing well. In this episode, I will be talking about work-life balance. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and if at any point you like what you see, give it a like. Let's get to it. We don't mind spending hours on work calls, checking emails and working on the laptop even at the weekends. Due to which though, our health and relationships are suffering badly. Not only this, but our efficiency, productivity on work is also on the verge of declining as turnovers and burnouts have become more common. Did you know that the term work-life balance was first used in the UK in the late 1970s? Business Information Review publication explained work-life balance as a process in which people seek to change things in accordance with changes in their own priorities, physical, psychological, or both. And these can be triggered in their turn by factors such as age, changes in working conditions, the demands of new technology, and poor management. So what can we do to help get this balance? How can we achieve this? Well, the first thing we need to do is accept that there is no perfect work-life balance. When you hear work-life balance, you probably imagine having an extremely productive day at work and leaving early to spend the other half of the day with friends and family. Now, while this may seem ideal, it's not always possible. Don't strive for the perfect schedule, strive for a realistic one. Some days you might focus more on work, while others you might have more time and energy to pursue hobbies and spend more time with your loved ones. Balance is achieved over time, not each day. Set your priorities, conclude your priorities, think about what is important for you. It's all well and good being wealthy and successful, but if your health and relationships suffer, then in actual fact, you're probably not being that successful in life. Health and relationships should be your priority. Whenever you catch yourself overworking, not spending time with your relationships, and I mean all relationships, ask yourself these questions. Is my health important to me? Do I love my family? If I get sick as a result of overworking, would this job compensate for it? If I become unwell, will I be able to do any other job? Are these few extra bucks a good substitute in place of my health? Just answering these questions honestly will give you powerful reasons to quit doing excessive labour, which in hand will protect your health and relationships. Once you know your priorities, you can efficiently distribute your time between what is important for you and what is not. You can make categories like urgent and important but not urgent, or neither urgent nor important, very similar to the Eisenhower matrix, which I've covered before in an episode about managing time. And if you're still worried about work, just remember how much more effective you are when you feel happy and fresh. Heather Monahan said, "Prioritizing your health first and foremost will make you a better employee and person. You will miss less work, and when you are there, you will be happier and more productive." Know your ideal scenario. Identify where you are and where you want to be. What is your ideal work-life balance? How much time do you want to spend while working, and how much time do you think is for you? But it is important to be realistic here. An excessive amount of everything is injurious, whether it is work time or your time. Know that our feat is to have a perfect balance between both. Sticking to work and ignoring your time is destructive, and vice versa. Then compare your current situation and ideal situation. You will be able to identify which areas need work and where you are lagging. Ditch time-wasting people and activities. Draw firm boundaries for yourself and respect these boundaries. It will assess you to observe what needs to be trimmed from the schedule. Scrolling on Facebook or Instagram while working will reduce your efficiency, and your attempt to strike a balance will go in vain. The time allotted to your work hours is slowly and unintentionally shifting towards time-wasting activities, turning your planned schedule into a mess. The same is the case with impractical people. If you are surrounded by these less constructive people, slowly back off and excuse yourself. Don't try to be a know-it-all kind of person. All this stuff is not for everyone, and you need to keep reminding this mantra to yourself. If you're trying to be a master of all skills, chances are bright that you will make your schedule and your head a mess. This was a perfect example of me, and very recently I just took on more than I can chew and ended up struggling and putting so much work on myself, which created unnecessary pressure because myself and others' deadlines that I struggle to complete. Guess what happened? I wasn't spending time on my health, and my relationship suffered. If you look back on some of my earlier videos, you can see I was a little trimmer. I've put on a few pounds over the course of a few months, and I've just not been managing it all properly, and that's because I've been doing too much work, personal and professional work, and then I've not been focusing on my health and my relationships. As a result, I've put weight on and my relationships have suffered. So I can sit here confidently and tell you that it can happen quite easily. And all of this is purely because I have not balanced myself in the three core areas: work, relationships, and health. Everything was work. So know your strengths and outsource others. Instead of wasting time and putting your health in danger, reach out to people who can do in minutes what you were trying to do in hours. In this way, playing wisely will make you a good employee, alleviate time for your family and your health. Another one is learn to say no. Again, something I can give you examples on myself. For a long time, I personally was shit at saying no. Now I say it all the time, and I have to. Managing to learn saying no is super vital. If you're saying yes to everything and everyone, you will reach your burnout all the time. Remember that you are not a genie. Okay, next one is don't multitask. Concentrate on one thing at a time. Multitasking is never a good option when you want to make your time more productive. Because our brains can't function like this, our attention divides while multitasking, resulting in prolonging the time required to do these tasks. In this scenario, spending time with family will become an illusion, and you will discover yourself running in between one task and another. You're not really spending time with your family if you're answering all your work calls or looking at your emails or whatever else you're doing. Prioritize your health. Your overall health should be your main concern. If you've been struggling with stress, anxiety or depression, then first start by making sure you are spending time on your health, physically and mentally.
Get some time scheduled in your diary to go for a walk in the morning. It'll give you fresh air, exercise, which will help with work-life balance, de-stress you a little bit because you're getting that fresh air and some exercise in. Walking is not taxing on the legs, it's nice low impact, so most people can walk, so get some walking in. Peace out.
If that's not enough, get some therapy sessions in, it can help. So my final thoughts, guys, on this: not everyone's work-life balance looks the same, and not everyone divides their work and personal life directly in half. Chauncey said that work-life balance is less about neatly dividing the hours in your day between work and personal life, and more about having the flexibility to get things done in your professional life while still having time and energy to truly enjoy your personal life. Having this flexibility means that some days you might have to work longer hours, so you create time later in the week to enjoy other activities. Regardless of how you organise your time, you should place high importance on creating a balance to be successful at work and in your personal life. Okay, so challenge time then, guys. The average person sleeps 8 hours per night, which means you get about 16 hours in a day. That's 112 hours per week and 448 hours in a month where you're not sleeping. Now, bearing that in mind, calculate how much time you currently spend working. Split this into days, total, and then month. Now do the same exercise for the time you spend on your health and then relationships. Just these 3 hours for now, We could break more areas down, but for now we're just going to use this split. This exercise alone will most likely give you a wake-up call to where you're not spending time. If you can see that you're lacking in one or two of these areas, then start spending more time in them. Share your challenge experience with us in the YouTube comments or tag us on Instagram using @RosaMindset. And that's it for today, everyone. Hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the content, give it a like. And if you'd like to be notified of when new episodes come out, then click the little notification bell. If you'd like me to expand on anything you see or hear, then please comment below. And finally, come and join our community on Instagram or Facebook. All the links are in the description below. This has been Richard Rosa. Peace out.